What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another Musume video. This video, as you can see, we are going to be training Teio for the new scenario. Might as well. I was thinking about her Arkita, or maybe even or Ferv, and just pretty much anyone who I normally would train. But there's one thing I do wanna say is before literally pressing the record button and getting started with this video, I was finishing my training with Duramente in this scenario, and I guess you can't see it from here. Let me swap this over to just remove all of it, and as you can see here, I do have a UA Duramente. So I literally just got this Duramente. Literally, as you can see, there's the date, 2/27. That's today's date. So yeah, that was pretty much the same setup. I borrowed a stamina card instead. Use my almond eye and still in love speed cards, casino drive. It's basically the same usual cards I'd use, pretty much. And ended up getting a UA Duramente. So there we go. I ended up getting a UA Duramente beating the UB9 Duramente. So today's video, like I said, we're going to be training Teio. Pretty much the same setup as that Duramente, except what am I doing here? Oh yeah, this is also for the long distance training challenge or whatever that event is. Just to also mention that, because I was wondering, why am I training Teio again besides wanting to train her, right? Because my inheritance, my parents are for long distance, so yeah, I was building it for a long distance. But 2 speed cards, which is Still in Love and Almond Eye, Casino Drive Friend, Tamamo Power, Ramino. I won't say Ramino, but now that I think about it, should I just borrow a Wise card and just use Super Creek? Because I just realized I'm doing this for long distance. You know what? Sure, I'll borrow Forever Young for now, because I'm still waiting for the free pulls to finish. And then I'll just use Super Creek. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. I don't even know what is the skill Forever Young gives, but we're just gonna get the run started now. And before we do get started with the run and go over the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, the link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel and Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But for all I know about this scenario, just going off this also, it seems like they do every distance except for long distance. So I'm gonna expect no long distance events within the next 4 events, which obviously we already know the next 2. Was it next 2 or 3? I know. Well, obviously we know the next one being medium distance turf, and then I think after that was the dirt one, right? Do I still have the website? So for this race, for the end race of this one, we'll just do the medium distance one. Yeah, it's turf medium distance, and then it's gonna be dirt medium distance for April, right? Yeah, for April. I don't think we got anything for May yet. I don't think so. I think we'll get that once we get closer to the um the CM. To CM, right? Yeah, it's a CM. Just making sure it's a CM. Oh, I was trying to see something. Oh well. Oh well. Other than that, is there anything I feel like I need to be doing? Have I done anything? What did I do yesterday after recording? As you guys saw, I did do um the Wuwa story, the after story. I guess you could say kind of just like the how would I call it? Kind of like a continuation of what happened, or like a side thing happening before the next actual main story, big main story. I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious that it's kind of more of a side thing in between what happened last time and the next thing that's gonna happen. At least to me, that's what it felt like. Although, what I do like is, without going into too much detail, we do get in my opinion, we did get a decent, good amount of lore in a way, in a way, and obviously some things it's still connected to the main story, also because some things happen, some things did happen. Other than that, I've been playing Enfield, but mainly just doing the green missions just to get that out of the way. And then I think tomorrow or sometime next week, I'll probably finish up the factory building of certain locations and all that. Like for the main hub location in Valley 4, I only have like pretty much half of it done. And then I could work on my main Wuling one also. That should be pretty much it. And that should pretty much be it. Oh yeah, I could do that. Forgot. $67, $49. We'll just stick with this. All right. But I do know in Wuwa I need to do the tower. I haven't touched the tower yet. I know that updates in a few days. So I'll probably do that after I record and upload. It should be time to upload or record after, right? Because I still need to record Deadly Assault. which I think I should be able to record it before editing both this video and Deadly Assault, and then upload it in time, at least Pretty Derby in time. I think I can do that. So I think I'll do the tower after I upload and do everything. And then since I'll be in Wuwa already, I'll probably even check if I even did the Whimpering Ways, because why not? Or see if there's anything else I need to do before the end of the week. But we'll see. I'll see what I can do. I don't know if I'll be able to do anything tomorrow, to be honest, because I think I'll be out of the house for a good chunk of the day. Yeah, I think I'll be out for a good chunk of the day tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to do much tomorrow. $38, but I could just focus on this. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. And then also, I do need to record the new Resident Evil. I do have it. It did come out yesterday night. It's just with I just haven't found time to play it since it released. I haven't. So there's that, and then also earlier this month, also there was another horror game that was released called Reanimal. I also want to play that. I did get it also. So there's two games that I want to get recorded and uploaded as soon as possible. And then hopefully once I get that over with, it kind of starts the whole me playing the other games for fun and recording and uploading it at the same time. At least that's what I would like to think it would do. Because I thought I would be able to start doing that, but I haven't. It doesn't help that I'm still behind in some in some of my games, so it might not happen, but I do need to squeeze at least Resident Evil and Reanimal in. But I'm gonna start going over the comments now. Honestly, don't think I have any plans for the weekend besides having to go out tomorrow. Maybe I'll find time to do other stuff for like the gacha games and all that, and then maybe I hope I do find time for Resident Evil at the very least. I'll maybe try and do both at the same time. Maybe. Same time as in like uploading them. Like I'll do Resident Evil this day and then like for example, let's say Monday if I do end up recording, I'll post Resident Evil. Then Tuesday I'll probably do Reanimal. And then that plus Reanimal should be done, I'm assuming done sooner than Resident Evil. So yeah, maybe. Maybe. But with that being said, I'm gonna start going over the comments. There's a couple of them, so just wanna go over it now, and then after we'll just focus on the rest of the run. So the first two comments are gonna be from Nova. Yes, only two comments from Nova. Surprising, right? They released the fifth anniversary already. I'm just kidding. Fifth survey for Enfield, and you get 300 rocks. I saw. I did it. It honestly took longer than I thought it would. It felt like it went longer than it said it was. It said 3 to 5 minutes, but it felt longer than that. It definitely felt longer than that. So they just need to release like 30 surveys per week, and this game is pretty free to play. 30 surveys, isn't that 9,000 rocks a week then? I guess, because that's still just a pull and almost 2 pulls, so 2 10 pulls. So honestly, yeah, it would make it pretty free to play if it did that. Because at least between banners are like what, 3 to 4 weeks. We'll say 4 weeks, because I think it's closer to 4 weeks. No, I think it's about 3 weeks. So we'll just go with 3 weeks. So that's 27,000, which 5 pulls. 5 pulls in 3 weeks. That's actually a lot, because that we don't even get 5 pulls for per week or per month or per 3 weeks, just off surveys and all that or whatever. I don't think 30 would actually be a especially just for surveys. That's but whatever. Yeah, if only they just give us more things to either do, or they increase like the rewards for like whatever, then it would make more sense, I think. But right now there's not enough rewards for the reward to having to spend the currency for pulls is it's too off balance, way too off balance. And then the last comment from Nova says, so apparently DNA has their server hacked by a Genshin enthusiast. And why would it be a Genshin enthusiast, you know? Like a part of me is honestly not surprised. A part of me is honestly not surprised. And yeah, they couldn't get into the game for like a day or something. I don't play DNA anymore, but from my impression, I have to agree. Genshin is better. That's funny, because it's funny hearing that from you, but honestly, I haven't even heard much or anything at all about DNA regardless, so it is what it is. But that's it for all the comments from Nova. Thank you for all the comments, Nova. Appreciate it as always. I think we have full stamina, no? Full energy. Her second one doesn't end the event. No, good. I guess I still get paranoid with those cards from before where they're like, oh yeah, you pick this one. Well, you either end the chain event or there's a chance you'll end it. Should I go on stamina this time? What's the difference? A pretty significant difference. So we'll go with power, because that was a pretty significant difference. Next comments are going to be from Tanoki. First one says, Nova watching make heroin. Woo. I actually liked it. It's an interesting deconstruction of the harem genre. The voice acting was intense enough that it sent chills down my spine during one of the scenes. I definitely did hear good things about it. Plus, I believe Nova has kind of just been in the same boat as me. Probably has been watching way less than I have. The past, probably. No, I feel like he has been maybe watching more than I have, because I actually went on like a legitimate break for a while, even though I was watching one or two in between after every couple months. I still feel like Nova may have watched a bit more than I have. I don't know about recently. The whatever I talked about, like I think a month or two ago, was the last time. It may or may have been Shield Hero. I'm not sure. I don't know which anime it was. I don't think it was Shield. Was it? Or was it Alia? I think it may have been Alia or Shield Hero. I think. Or something else. Something entirely different. Next comment from Tanoki says Larland? No. Islarg. Larland? Islarg. Larland? Islarg. Honestly, Larland sounds like I really don't know how I feel about both. Like Larland and Islarg is kind of like, sure. What do I think from the two sounds better? Now that's the question. Now that's the question. I think a normal rest would probably be the best option. No, we could probably just do this, do the race, and then rest before the summer training. Yeah, that would probably be the better move. I'll still keep going with power, I guess. Even though I do want to do stamina training to help raise guts. But between the two, a very small part of me is leaning more towards. It's a close one because honestly, both of them don't really, stand out to me. But a small part of me is picking more towards. I kind of want to say Islarg, only because it actually mentions Lark. Like, yeah, there's Lar and Larland, but you never know. Like, Lar could just be whatever else. At least Islarg is you kind of do get kind of more of that, I guess, island feel, while Larland just sounds like a little kid's imaginary amusement park. If I'm gonna be real, I said I was gonna rest, but I didn't. But yeah, now I'm gonna go with Islarg. That's my final answer. Next comment from Tanoki says, I find it funny Nova thinks JP will remain untouched by global refugees. You can easily get a reroll with 5 to 6 MLB modern SSRs for like $50. Well, that's if they pay the $50. That's if they pay the $50. Now, what about without the $50? They're still gonna have a pretty good start, as we've seen over the past like 2 years. So either way, I feel like anybody from global, if they were to join JP, they'd be fine account wise if, how should I say this, if they're careful or they choose wisely in what they do in the beginning. But yeah, the global people, if they were to come over, I don't think they would necessarily have too big of an issue, honestly. But to not expect global people to come over, I mean, that's I would have expected it. The problem is that normally the reason why I would say it's surprising is because, well, I don't see why global people would come over to JP, because JP has been around for such a long time, where for me I feel like the main reason why people didn't stick or play JP was because the language barrier. At least that's to me, that's the first hurdle. The second hurdle is actually just sticking around and playing and learning the game along the way without knowing what you're reading about, pretty much. Because once after that, once you get the flow of things, you don't really, it shouldn't be that difficult after. But a good chunk of people waited for global to come out, I would say, rather than, and I would say a good chunk of those people also did play JP, but ended up quitting maybe after a couple months to maybe a year, and they just said, it is what it is. And then the last comment from Tanoki says, I love how not covert any of the account buying is. Account buying? Like people who buy like reroll accounts or something? They pop in with best in slot deck asking which steaming pile of steaming pile of warm horse poop parent is better. I would normally, if I wasn't recording, I'd say it, but then you ask for a full list. You see they borrowed 9-star blue with a long list of hot air white factors. Here's the real question. Do you care? That's the real question at the end of the day. If you don't care, then it shouldn't be too much of an issue, and you don't, honestly, no need to talk about it. If you do care, then I can see why you're mentioning it. But judging by how things are, or how things have been, I'm assuming we don't care. Or at least I'm assuming you don't care. Because I definitely don't care. All I care about is my account. All you have to really care about is your own account. But thank you, Tanoki, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. Let me refresh one more time because the last comment is from Rick. And the last comment from Rick says, I have been chilling with one run a day to clear the challenges and waiting for the celery guide to come up again. This time I know where they will put the guide, so I'll just chill for now. Also, I'm addicted to Ice Shield 21, the football one. American football, to be more specific. I'm almost halfway, and I think it's the best sports anime when it comes out having character development on the team of the protagonists. While obviously the main character gets most of the focus, I don't think other animes like Captain Tsubasa that I finished recently, the original, Kuroko or Haikyuu give other characters in the main team development. I think Haikyuu is the best of sharing the spotlight with other teams that don't have the protagonists in them. Actually, no, if you think about it, Haikyuu, Karasuno, the main team, specific characters have had some kind of character development along the way. While it may have not have been like, technically depending on which one we're talking about, Because with Tsukushima, it happened during the moments of the summer training. And then obviously Kageyama, he obviously had his moments of different kinds of his character development throughout the series because of who he is. Obviously, he is basically the main character alongside Hinata, but and even Hinata, he doesn't necessarily have the main focus of character development also. Sure, he obviously being the main protagonist, he will have his moments throughout the seasons over the years, but I'd say his biggest development was in the road to the top, season 4, when they got into the Tokyo tournament. So for obvious reasons, how the season started and how he you could see his character development throughout that match against the twins. And then also, I think in that same match, also Tanaka had his own character development because he was having the roughest match he's had from what we've seen throughout the series. And then yes, you're correct. Even characters from other teams also have their time in the spotlight, which I do like as well. But also the other teams. Not only does Karasuno, the main protagonist's team, does have specific characters having character developments, but also other characters in other teams also have had their own fair share of character development, just like the recent movie with the trash can showdown between Karasuno and Nekomata. So yeah, I would say I was about to call the series Karasuno. I would say Haikyuu is actually more on the. I'd say they did a pretty good job when it comes down to the character development. Whether if it's as a whole, when it comes to the main character's team, and with the other characters involved, I would say, personally. Whereas like Kuroko, I feel like it was more forced. I felt like it was more forced just because of how the story went. Obviously, with how we gotta get better. But like their character in general kind of just stayed the same. Like nothing about them really felt different towards the end, like barely. At least that's how I seen it. Like, yeah, Taiga, and at the end of the day, then his personality still stayed the same, but he did improve as a person at the same time. So yeah, I mean, but I did like Kuroko. I did see Ice Shield 21, but that was a long time ago. But I would still say that I think when it comes in terms of character development, at least from how I feel like Haikyuu did a way more better job, not just with the main protagonist team, or himself, but also with the other teams and all that. Because not a lot of the other sports animes do have like they don't bother focusing too much on the opposing teams. Although I feel like Kuroko did, because they did show other teams' matches and all that, just like Haikyuu. But at least that's how I feel. Where I feel like most sports animes, the other team doesn't necessarily get like the spotlight as much as like Haikyuu. And then Tanoki responded and says, "My vote for best sports in Keijo. I would say that's a Gooner pick, even though Keijo was released a long time ago. But to go with, but to go with modern terms, I'll call it the Gooner pick. That's the biggest hint I'll have. That's the biggest hint I'll have for Keijo. I see a comment that's kind of surprising me here." Since I'm in the middle of the comment, did I really mess that up, Tanoki? I saw in the last comment for one of the comments from Tanoki in the global video that I may have posted the wrong video. I did post the wrong video. Oh my gosh, Tanoki again, letting me know. Although I wish I seen this earlier. Although I wish I seen this earlier. Did I really post? How did I do that? Let me see my files. I know I said I was gonna end the comments early and all that, but we're already like more than we're close to the end of the run already. It's not gonna matter. I swear I edited it. Oh wow. All right. Well, I guess I'll be uploading global today as well. I gotta go check that after I finish recording this video. Wow, thank you, Tanoki. I gotta fix that. Oh man. I guess I'll go over the comment now because I'm gonna delete the video after I upload. I might as well just delete it right now while I'm going through this. But the comment from Tanoki says, just so Tanoki knows that I went over the comment, basically giving me the heads up. And it says, "Isn't this last time's video? I know YouTube is glitching at the moment as well, so it might be them, but this is in fact last time's Aguri's Cap run." Yeah, I did double check it. I did somehow end up uploading the Aguri Cap one somehow. So, yeah, I'll get that uploaded. But thank you, Tanoki, for the heads up, and then thank you, Nova, Tanoki, and Rick for the comments in yesterday's video, a JP video as well. So yeah, if you see the video disappear in the supposed Taiki shuttle video disappear from yesterday, that's because it was the wrong video anyway, and I need to go re-upload the actual Taiki shuttle one. And yeah, I probably shouldn't have deleted it already. I literally just deleted it, but the reason why I said I probably shouldn't have is because I could have just taken that info and reused it, but I already deleted it, so it's fine. It's fine. At least I still have the thumbnail. But yeah, we're close to the end of the training, so we're good. We'll just keep going. I could keep doing this. Actually, let's give some attention to guts and stamina. Well, yeah, the reason why guts stamina is getting attention is because I want to work on guts. If it's decently high enough, I'll probably save it. Like, that's about 40, so that's not bad. It does give a significant amount. Like, that's 34, so I'll do that because I do want to save at least 2 towards after the summer training, just to see. Just to see. I would pick that, but I do want to get stamina or guts involved and get it at least close enough to 1200 or close to 1200 over. Which will need actually probably the next couple trainings to probably go on stamina. If I want to do that. Unless somehow we get a little bit more guts somewhere, somehow. Somewhere, somehow. Yeah, like this training's kind of just mid. I think we could get one rest out of the way. If we can get one training, normal training that's decent. But I don't think I'll be able to make 2000 speed if I do to focus on stamina. Yeah, I don't want to do any of these. Maybe I'll give it to speed. Maybe. Because at least if I do this, it'll pretty much be at 2000. But this would at least make it to 1000 for that. Actually, yeah, let's do this first. Because all I really need is one more one more of the dream trainings for speed to reach at least 2000 speed. I think, if my math is mathing. Does Forever Young give? I'll just pick whatever Forever Young has. Wow, wow. Still in love. Your chain just started now, really. Okay, a part of me was hoping this would go more towards... Actually... I'm trying to think how much we get after. Because this would still push it to about 1900. I don't think we'll get 100 or more. I don't think I'll be able to get guts over. Not with this training, at least. Not with this training. I wish it was giving more, because I probably would have been able to. But I'll just focus on speed. It's fine. Yeah, that'll definitely get speed over 2000 easily. Easily. Oh, why did I do that one? Do you have a guts option? I'll just take the I'll just take the skill points. Whatever. 13, yeah. I guess that's just how it's gonna be. And now to the final race. The Breeders' Cup. And we'll just see how it all goes. Well, I'm honestly, they should be winning. They should be winning. And then we'll just skip this because I have done it. And there we go. So wait, 60, 30. Wait, maybe Guts can make it as 1200. Maybe. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't even remember where it was. I think it's barely over 1100 right now. That would be my assumption. It got close. That's why I kind of went, But I'm gonna just pick out some skills. You never know, maybe, somehow, some way, this does become a UA. Who knows? I doubt it though. I doubt it. It'll most likely, it'll be like a high UB. That's my prediction. I would think a high UB. But let's just get whatever we can here. It just stays there, but I can just grab it and not get the evolve skill, you know. Wait, did I even get Arc Maestro? I just realized that. No, I didn't. There's a lot of there's a lot of skill points remaining. I did miss out on a couple gold skills from what it seems like, so I'm gonna just be grabbing other stuff now at this point. So don't mind me. I might as well grab some medium distance stuff, I guess. I guess this tail will now just be a little bit of both. I guess. Nearly got all the skills that she had available. And the last two, it doesn't even really, whatever. I wish I had gotten those gold skills. I'm kind of surprised I didn't, but yeah, we're fine with that. We don't. I guess I'm not really using this tail for anything, right? So I guess it's fine. Yeah, I'm not using this tail for anything, so it's fine. Now that I think about it. But what do you get? So not only did I get my first UA prior to recording the video with Duramente, the video now has beaten that record with Teio with a UA too. All right. Oh, I guess in the same day I beat my highest twice. I'll take it. I'll take it. At least the once in a while where I finally get to record I would say get a good run. This run obviously could have been better, but I finally get to get a video recorded of a run where I actually beat my highest. is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Because normally I would get my good runs and it would be like off camera, kind of like the UA Duramente earlier. But we ended off with 2042 on speed, which is close to cap. 1723 stamina, which I think is close. 1701 power, that one is close. 1155 on guts, which is close to where I want it to be. At least where I think I can get it, at least, is we're a little over 1200. And then Y is at 1283 with an S aptitude and long distance, because this was supposed to be a long distance Teio. But yeah, that is my best Teio trained. Obviously, the last one was UB4, but obviously this is also the best Uma that I've trained in general. So I'll take that as a win. I'll take that as a win. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you guys are up to for the weekend, how you guys are doing in a new scenario, who have you trained. Just curious to see how you guys been doing. And if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description. There's a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel on the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But With that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. Have a good weekend. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.